It's been a very long while, but I just wanted to come and talk about something that literally popped up on my mind right now. This was a very spontaneous decision to do this video. I know I haven't done a kind of like me talking video in a long time because of school, but I wanted to do one today because, um, like the title suggests, I felt joy in a little thing, and now I'm kind of hyper and very happy, and I don't know why, but I guess I just got like a sudden dose of serotonin or something because, yeah. Or maybe it's also because I drank Red Bull earlier today, but usually energy drinks don't work on me that much. But okay, so I wanted to talk about the joy in little things because I think this is something that we can utilize to make sure that every day of ours goes not necessarily perfectly, but a little better than it would have been without you finding joy in the little things. Um, and the whole idea for this video came because I just did my hair. Recently, I got these claw clips, and I've never actually had claw clips before. I've never even used them. I know I'm like, who is this girl? But I bought some recently, and I decided to do my hair in like a half up, half down situation. And there's a claw clip in, and then I have this little piece of hair hanging out. I don't know if, wait, that's what it looks like. I don't even know if it looks that good from the back, but I think it looks pretty good from the front, and I think it's really cute. And literally just doing that, putting my hair up in a style I've never tried before. I actually never really put my hair up, anyways. But putting my hair up like this and, having it look good, at least I think it looks good, made me so happy all of a sudden. And that's why I wanted to talk about the joy in little things. It reminded me of other times where these small things have happened that have made me so happy for no reason. Um, for example, one of them is food, of course. Um, there are these things I really like called 肉夹馍. They're like meat pancakes, and whenever my family is making them, and I know we're having them for dinner, I get so freaking excited. And today, I noticed that my mom bought we use like pre-made like a kind of pancake thing that we just put the meat in and we make like the meat ourselves. And she bought those, and that was the time I was like, oh my gosh, we're really gonna be happy doing that. It was another thing that made me very happy today. But in general, I feel like food is something like when you're looking forward to eating something, I feel like it can give you a big boost in your day. Um, for me as a student, another thing that gives me a bit of joy, also sorry for my brother playing piano in the background, but something else that gives me joy is just like half days or just days off from school. Those honestly I look forward to so much. I literally count down the days until the next holiday, and I'm always the one who knows when the next half day or the next holiday is because my life is just like school is just the thing between those holidays. Like those are the main points. But having a little break like that can also just be another small piece of joy that I can find in like just like an everyday thing. Um, to be honest, I do feel like I was better at this, at finding joy in the little things, in literally middle school. I swear I peaked in middle school. But I remember in middle school, I would get excited over the smallest things. Like when I was in middle school, I watched this YouTuber named Mariah Elizabeth, and she posted every Friday at 4 p.m. I know because I watch her every Friday at 4 p.m. But for even like a short video, a piece of content like that, I would be like, oh, like, it's something to look forward to. What else? I was a COVID middle schooler, so I spent my seventh grade online, and something that always made me very happy was literally just break, like getting off the computer and going and eating lunch. It all comes back to food. And also, just having like a period of time in my day where I didn't have anything to do. Um, I feel like in middle school, I was really good at finding these small things and being able to look forward to them a lot. And treating them as these special treats that would make my day so much better. And in middle school, I was honestly like way more productive than I am now, I swear. Um, so I feel like just utilizing that skill and keeping this rather like positive outlook on your life, looking forward to all the little things that are happening. Um, I feel like that can be something that kind of allows us to not worry as much and also not fall behind. And it allows us to keep up with our work and basically just keep chugging along without feeling too emotionally drained. And I think one thing that we often do that is kind of unsustainable is we romanticize um, our lives. Like, I honestly do this too. Sometimes I watch those really productive study vlogs and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so motivated. And especially the ones where they stay up until freaking like 6 a.m. With the vlogs when they like don't sleep, those motivate me so much. And I start romanticizing my life. But that's never sustainable. It's not something I can do forever because eventually, something wrong is gonna happen. I'm gonna get like a bad test grade, or literally maybe the weather will not be nice. Like when it's raining, I hate it. Like my mood immediately turns sour. And honestly, romanticizing and overworking yourself, I feel like is just you're not going to be able to do it forever. You can't live like that forever. You can't just go beyond your like maximum capacity and just keep pushing yourself because that's like obviously not healthy. So, I think a good alternative would be to find joy in the little things. Um, another example I just thought of would be like, oh, actually, two examples. One is clothing, like wearing clothing. Maybe you got a new piece of clothing or you have something that you really like to wear and you decide to wear it tomorrow. That makes me happy. I don't know about anyone else, but another thing would be getting packages in the mail. And honestly, this one might be kind of unsustainable because you know, not everyone is rich. I am not. But I feel like once in a while, treating yourself to some packages or something that gets me excited is literally just scrolling on websites and not buying anything, but just scrolling and thinking like, oh, I could get this. Um, I feel like just treating yourself once in a while is also a way to stay motivated, I guess. And just getting like a package, even if it's something small, like stationery. Stationery is another thing. I love stationery. Um, like finding joy in those little things, I think will help us a lot more in the long run. It'll help us get through the day, basically. I also want to talk about what happens if you can't find the joy in little things. And I feel like I've experienced this too before because sometimes you're at a place where you really just you don't feel great and it feels like nothing is going to make you happy. Like nothing you do, even the things that normally excite you are not going to excite you if you do them. I think that happens to me sometimes, and I think it's very real that sometimes, we all have lows in our life, and when we're at a low, it's very hard to climb back up. You can't just rely on receiving like a little package in the mail or something. Sometimes, like, those won't even do anything, those don't mean anything because you really feel so just terrible that you don't think anything is going to make you happier. Um, and for these, I think this is like a natural occurrence too. I don't want to encourage anyone to force themselves to be happy in a moment like this because right now I'm feeling very happy, but I don't think that when I'm in that condition where I feel so bad, I would be brightened up by like a little thing, like a little joy in like I don't know, wearing nice clothing. Like at that point, I don't really care. And so I think what's good to do in this situation is first of all, I think it's still important to remember what makes you happy or excited because even if it doesn't have the effect that it normally does, it might still do something. Like for me, and this is a very, very shallow of me, but for me, I like to look pretty. Okay, I am a very narcissistic person. I like to look at myself and be like,
Oh, she's gorgeous.
um, that's why I was so excited by my hair because I just think it's cool. But I think thinking about like the things that you usually do that you think you would still be able to handle right now and trying to do those would help a lot. And ultimately, I think in that scenario, it's just very important to take care of yourself, and just don't push yourself too much, but also maybe have yourself do something that's calming or that you kind of enjoy. For me, when I'm feeling bad, something that I think would brighten me up is if I tried something that has always been on my bucket list but that I've never done before. Like, just try something new. For instance, something I've always wanted to do is like make little clay charms. I really want to be a clay artist, but I can't. I have zero experience. But I do have like a bit of air dry clay, and I feel like trying to make those charms would not necessarily bring me out of a completely like depressive episode, but it would help me. It would help me feel better. Something else would be crocheting. I do not crochet. I really want to. I feel like doing it is a very relaxing activity just because I can do something with my hands while not doing anything else. Another thing I like to do is listen to music and pretend I'm the main character. Literally, like just before I filmed this, I was listening to Starboy by The Weekend, and I love listening to that since literally since yesterday because my music phases go fast. I have a favorite song like every other day, but that song makes me feel like a badass, and I love imagining fake scenarios in my head while listening to that song, um, which is maybe a little bit TMI, but stuff like that also makes me feel very happy. I think that's a reason why I feel good right now. But at the same time, if you're the type of person who usually pushes yourself to do a lot and you're usually very overworked, I think something that you should definitely do is take a break. Try giving yourself some time to, I don't want to say doom scroll because that's not a good thing, but I don't want to say read a book either because for me, when I feel really bad, I don't want to read a book. I'm really sorry. Um, I feel like using social media sometimes though, and just taking that break and spending your time on like normal human things, it's okay. I think in these like kind of depressive episodes, my method of trying to feel even a little bit better during those times is to just try like push yourself to do something that you don't usually do, because I feel like when you're in a depressive episode, a lot of the times it's because you're kind of doing the same thing and it's just so tiring and overwhelming for you to, like for example, if you have so much homework and you have it every night, I feel like that can lead to burnout, which also leads you to feel kind of terrible and like this, not like a temporary moment of terrible, but a very sustained, long moment of I do not like where I am right now. But if you create some sort of change, like if you stop doing your homework and if you try, for example, if you try doing something active, like going out for a run, or for me, it would be trying to dance, even though I can't, something like that, I think it kind of gets you excited again and it gets your heart beating, and it gets your mind thinking actively because you're trying to do something you haven't done before. And honestly, I guess that's the whole point of this video. I just wanted to come on and say that if we are able to incorporate little things, maybe like small objects that make us happy, or small activities that we like to do that just make us feel more put together and, better. I don't know how to say it. Just finding those things is going to be very, very good for long term growth, personal growth. Yeah, okay, I guess that's it. Um, I came in here with not much of a script. Actually, like, I did not write a script. I wrote down like a couple bullet points, and most of them were literally food, half day, low key, when I was younger, I was better at this. I peaked in middle school. Like, those are the bullet points I wrote down. So, this was very spontaneous. Um, and if this doesn't make sense, I'm very sorry. Please just take it as like a rant, not rant, but ramble of sorts. Um, and yeah. Do you like my hair? Because I really do. Okay. Anyways, goodbye.